What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode, we are going to be looking at XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as VONG, which is the Russell 1000, and the S&P 500. So yesterday, the markets had an enormous, a monumental recovery, like quite an explosive run. I don't remember the last time we have seen the stock market rally this high this quickly. We're talking about a run. If I can get the correct freaking charting, that would be very helpful. Here we go. A run of pretty much 10%. We shot up 10% in one day. I don't remember the last time, if ever, the stock market has done that, which is absolutely insane. We're talking about a year's worth of growth in one day is absolutely insane. But on top of that, the entire market, including cryptocurrency, saw a reversal, which is what we need to talk about. You can see here pretty much from bottom, we managed to rebound like 27%. And more specifically, the candle was about a 20% rally on XRP yesterday, which is also freaking absolutely crazy here. So we have a lot of these cryptos to go to discuss, and a lot of this new market movement to go over, but we're by no means out of the woods just yet. And even though we rebounded, we're starting to hit major resistances here, and we're starting to feel the squeeze, which is what we need to talk about today. So with that being said, make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. As usual, before we dive into the technical analysis, remember BYDFI is doing a half-decade anniversary, which is basically their way to give back for being around for 5 years. They've experienced 2 or 3 bear markets and crypto winners already, which is absolutely insane. But once you sign up with the link down in the description below, and of course it logs me out, so let me log back in. Hopefully I don't need to do a bunch of things here, but this is the typical way you would do that. I can't even, here it is. If I have to enter all these passwords, then I'm not going to do this. So hopefully it just logs me in. Oh my gosh. So now that we are logged in after doing that nonsense here, I just want to show you the cool 5th anniversary rewards that they're giving away here. And if we scroll down, you can see the opportunity to take advantage of these prizes, pick prizes here, and then you can scroll down and also collect cards to unlock rewards, which is also super cool, and a lot of other perks that you guys can take advantage of here, which is excellent if you ask me. Cumulative contract trading to get once per day. They have this 5th anniversary daily gift airdrop here and a lot of other really cool things. So definitely make sure to check out BYDFI down in the description below, and I will show you guys more about BYDFI and what they offer later on in today's episode here. But to dive right into things, yesterday we saw quite a large rebound, if you'd ask me. We saw a huge reversal in the stock market, and a lot of these other cryptocurrencies were starting to take place too. And now we have pretty much a very broad spectrum to kind of look at here, which I'll show you in a little bit. But like stock market seems like it's more of in an uptrend here, but crypto seems like we're in a downtrend, and that's what we have to go over. But you can see the major rebound over the past 24 hours. We're up almost 8% here. Things like Bitcoin are up 6%, Ethereum's up 8.5%. XRP's up 11.4%, 1%. Solana's up 8%. Like, we are seeing huge rebounds and swings in the market. It almost looks like a double bottom occurred on a lot of these cryptos, causing the reversal that we're experiencing now. So there's certainly a lot to discuss and a lot to go over here. But to start with XRP, the main giveaway was us nearing oversold, but more so, we've pretty much a couple of days ago, I think Monday, adjusted our charts to confirm that we are without a doubt in what appears to be a very large descending fractal here that is slowly but surely heading lower. And ideally, we found a very solid support, like a floor that we were using. You can see how consistent we are with retesting this floor here. And when we come into contact with it, we usually reverse to the upside. And that is exactly what we are experiencing now. Here's the thing that gets a little freaky though. As you can see, we've also discovered that there is some sort of downtrend at play here, and we have consistently seemed to have rejected off that and there's a chance we could continue to spiral lower. With XRP in mind here, we have a price ceiling and a downtrend. And if we react accordingly to this, there is a chance we could start to see this rejection and correction. And that's something that you guys have to pay attention to. We need a confirmed closure above this resistance, which we haven't done yet, for us to head up higher. And then again, we're still not out of the woods because we need to clear this price ceiling for us to finish what we think is a beautiful head and shoulders pattern. If this doesn't work, we will most likely continue our descent downwards, and that's something that you guys have to pay very close attention to. And this goes beyond just XRP. A lot of these cryptocurrencies we're going to have to discuss and talk about here. Solana is a big one because aside from XRP and this kind of downtrend with this resistance short term, we have something like Solana, which is forming more of a constricting descending fractal. Like we have the clear break to the upside that started it all. And then we've been on this kind of descent, bouncing off ceiling and support, slowly filling in the gap, heading lower, becoming closer and closer to oversold. And you can see the constant rejection, something that's been on the market since end of March here. We're now, over a week into April, and we're still rejecting off this resistance. Ideally, though, we are looking for this to fill in the gap, finish whatever it wants to do, and then reverse up, have a relief rally back up to moving average. Not a breakout by any means, but a movement back to the upside because of how undervalued we are in the short term. And this goes with a lot of these cryptos. Ethereum's also in a massive free fall. We've just been scaling lower and lower and lower. I mean, we're talking about like a 60% sell-off, which is mad over the past couple of months here. We're looking at, a 65% sell-off. That's, devastating to people's portfolios if you think about it. If you got in at any point in the past couple of months here, clear rebound off the top, causing a massive spiral. But at some point, we will find a low, wherever that low may be, and then we should expect to see a recovery up to that support. We haven't looked at weekly charts, probably should. But even on Ethereum here, we are extremely undervalued, way below its moving average. So with a crypto like that, I very likely suspect it to reverse up. XRP, though, you can see looks like it wants to head back down. And truly what I think it's going to do is come back into contact with moving average, which could be closer to like $1.15, unless we see this next run here. But even then, this is the most we're going to see. And then I think we're headed here. This is the pattern that I would very likely suspect XRP to take. We can look at Solana like tomorrow or something like that. Bitcoin also on its descent. Undervalued on the daily, but on the weekly, yet again, looks like, and which is where it's going to happen, is we're going to come into contact with the moving average, which could be closer to $60,000. We're looking for this area here to be retested. Truly, that's like where this crypto wants to move to. Now, what's interesting is it almost looks like we can adjust this support eerily enough to extend this out like this. And now it almost looks like it makes sense here. We could do that, but I'd say something along the lines of this seems to be fairly accurate with this uptrend and this trend that we've been in here. It almost seems like no, that's not as accurate here. Could be, though. Some sort of price ceiling up here as we seem to descend lower here. But without a doubt, we do have this sort of support that we're heading down to, getting closer to, but we also have this moving average to pay attention to. So certainly headed in that direction in this downtrend. And this isn't going to break until we hit some sort of floor. And that's probably the moving average closer to, I'd say, 55 to 66,000 at this time in the market here. And lastly, what I want to talk about and go over is the fact that we are rejecting off this resistance right here. Until we confirm closure above that, we are going to continue to spiral lower. So until Bitcoin breaks 83K and heads up, we are going to continue to spiral down. And what does that mean for us? Well, it's interesting because like you look at VONG and then the S&P and we're in an uptrend, but today is going to open low. We'll see how the rest is. And we're going to, it's too early to tell right now. I mean, yes, we had a major rebound, but now that the market might calm down and settle, and that could cause us to correct back down, in this descent here. But I do think we are at a support. And because of kind of the tariff thing here, it's not so much of a global impact or craziness here. This is a temporary thing. I can't really see us going that much lower. Like this is certainly a good opportunity to be getting in at. Even with the current market that we're at right now, we might come back down to it in the next couple of weeks. We'll see though. And then it'll be a gradual rally back up. This could easily take, if I wanted to guess, like let's say we consolidate back down now, and then we start to gradually come back up like this. This could easily pull us into 2026, which is about what is it, 8 months now? It could take 8 months to recover to highs, and it might bring us up until November, the end of the year, before we get to all-time highs again, which to me is totally fine, and probably to you guys too. So I wouldn't worry. We will be heading much higher soon, but there's a chance we might head a little bit lower, a little more opportunity to buy in now that everybody's aware of the tariffs. We'll see where we move, but otherwise we look great. I'm really not, worried at all with the market right now. Same thing with us heading here. It's a great buying opportunity. Hopefully you guys took advantage of it, but that's it for today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.